All right, Isaiah Martinez. Here we are, Oregon State. Why don't you tell me what your role is here with the program?
Right. So I am the assistant coach here at Oregon State. I typically oversee a lot of the performance aspects of our athletes. I don't know if I really want to go into my job responsibilities, but I'm just the assistant wrestling coach here. We've been here for about a year. I moved here last June from being a senior level athlete at the University of Illinois at the Illinois RTC, and now I'm currently an athlete for the Beaver Dam RTC.
Yeah, the Dam RTC. What a great name. I love it. So tell us a little bit more about being a senior athlete and also being a coach at the same time. There's other people in roles around the country that are doing that. How's that working out for you personally?
Right. So it is a balance. Learning to balance my responsibilities as a coach. It was difficult at first, right? Because I was going into a profession where I was an athlete for almost all my life, right? And I've had conversations with Coach Pendleton about this, right? Like the X's and O's of wrestling is super easy. I mean, I've been doing X's and O's all my entire life, right? Learning the other aspects of coaching, whether it's recruiting, filling out forms for our athletes, chasing guys down, doing, study hall, things like that. So there was a little bit of a learning curve. About a year in now, though, it's going really well. I think I've learned to balance it pretty good. We have about 3 months until the World Team Trials, which sorry, I kind of jumped the gun on that, but like I'm also getting prepared for that and just recruiting during the summer, going on visits and doing things like that. But really looking forward to the World Team Trials.
So let's talk about that. Have they announced a place for it yet?
I am not sure. I don't think they have, but I know it's going to be September 3rd through the 5th.
Yep.
Which coincidentally is also the week that my baby girl is due. So that's gonna be hopefully a big week for me, and hopefully my wife can hold on for one more day or 2 more days or however long, and then we could celebrate a victory with our newborn child.
Congratulations on that, by the way.
Thank you.
So your first child, right?
First child. Yep.
Yep. So there's nothing like it, right?
Yes.
I mean, you're looking forward to it and all that good stuff.
I really am. I'm a little nervous. Mm-hmm. But I'm a prepper. I'm a wrestler. I've been an athlete all my life. So like you almost never feel like you're ready for something so big. But like one thing I've learned in this game is that sometimes you just gotta jump in head first and have confidence and what's to come. So yeah, a little nervous about the baby, but I'm also super excited. I've always been the kind of guy that wanted to be a dad, right? Well, I think that's super important, and something that was very important to me was my relationship with my father. So I've always looked forward to being a dad.
Well, you've proven you can perform under high pressure situations, so I'm sure you can pull this one off. But it's the hardest thing in the world,
I think it's going to be really rewarding. Everyone keeps telling me like I better enjoy my sleep. Coach Pendleton and Coach Ingle, they have 2 young kids right now, and they're like, you better enjoy your naps right now. And I'm like, I'm still holding like that blissful ignorance. I'm like, it'll be fine. So. But I actually learn a lot from them, right? They're also new parents, so they kind of show me the ins and outs, show me the ropes and like the pitfalls, things to do and not do with a new baby. So they've been extremely helpful with that. All
right, so let's pivot a little bit to what brought you from Champaign all the way out here, right? California kid.
Yep.
You go to the Midwest, and now you're back all the way out here in the Northwest.
Yeah.
What's the differences that you're seeing? Not why did you leave Champaign, but what was the draw, I guess, to bring you out here?
Right. So it's okay to talk about why I left Illinois. I didn't leave Illinois on any bad terms. I think anybody that knows my relationship with the University of Illinois and my coaches knows that I love that university. I love the Midwest. I love being in the Big Ten, right? It was very special and a very memorable time in my life, right? But at the same time, as I've continued to get older, I'm not old by any means. I'm still 26 years old, but I had to start learning, the ins and outs of coaching, because I've always wanted to be a coach too. And when this job opened up, let me back up. So Oregon State, what drew me to Oregon State after leaving, Illinois? Believe it or not, I used to come to the Oregon State camps when I was a kid, and I always remember driving up from the Fresno area. It was always a very, very long drive, but when we got here, it was always beautiful. We actually had our camp at Truax, which is our indoor facility over there. So I remember actually taking the job and having those memories as a kid of being up at Oregon State, and it was always an awesome time, right? We had the dual tournaments, just being in a great environment. So even before I took the job, I was like, yeah, I remember Oregon State, and I always remember looking around and being like, this is one of the places that could be, very special, right? And I didn't actually even realize how special this place could be until I took this job, right? And one of the biggest things we have is a huge alumni support network. I mean, we have guys, that wrestled in the '80s that, love this program as if they were wrestling here last year, or like they still come to practice, like things like that. Obviously, with COVID and everything going on, we haven't been able to have spectators, but I think with this upcoming year, we have bleachers over there. We welcome our alumni to come in, so it's going to be very special. And we've been to a couple events with our alumni, and you just get this sense that these people absolutely love the program that they came up in. They share old stories with us, and just the rich history of this program it's been pretty amazing to hear and see.
Yeah, and so you guys were able to have a successful season last year, all things considered, right? Runner-up in Pac-12, right?
Yeah, I mean, geez, that was you want to get my blood boiling. That was a exciting tournament. Especially, again, I've been an athlete all my life. I've been a competitor all my life. It was the first time really, and I was the volunteer over at Illinois, but my roles were very limited. So being an on-staff coach here and having a close, a close tournament, and something that maybe we didn't even really expect it was going to be that close. But then all of a sudden, the semis are over, and you look up at the board, and we're within shooting distance, of winning our first, winning the Pac-12 championship, right? Which I'm competitive as all heck. So I wanted to win that bad. I wanted to win it for our guys. I wanted our guys to be able to have that, right? And because they put in so much work and went through so much adversity just in this year alone, as did everybody else, right? This year has been, frankly, not great for anybody, at the end of the year when we were at the Pac-12 championships, just to see the fight from our guys, just to see, them scratch and claw, and even though we fell short, it was awesome. And I honestly, I've won national championships, I've won U.S. Opens, but I don't know if I've ever felt that feeling, because it was in a coaching responsibility, and it did feel a little helpless because I'm not out there wrestling for these guys, but like the way it got my blood boiling, the way it got me fired up, yeah, I loved it, and I think our guys loved it. And if that's anything, that was our very first Pac-12 tournament as a staff, and hopefully we can keep it going, and hopefully it's a good sign of what's coming in the future.
Yeah, it gives you something to build off of, right?
Yes, it does.
Yeah.
Yes,
all right.
It does.
So just last thing I want to ask you here, as far as going back to the senior level stuff and the upcoming team trials. How often are you working out with the RTC personally for the?
Yeah, so we're typically doing. So right now we're on like a 2-week little dead period. Our guys go home, but prior to that, I was working out 4 or 5 times a week, with our athletes. I typically our college guys, right? Guys that want to come in, guys that want to get good work in, and I have partners. Luckily we have some great kids on this team that were like, hey coach, anything you want, we're working out today, like anytime you want to go, we can do whatever. So I was working out 4 to 5 times a week on the mat, and then doing, Coach Pendleton was putting me through a lot of the conditioning work. And so after, once our athletes get back, on campus, it's full steam ahead, and we're going to make a hard push towards that World Team Trials. So it's going to be good.
Awesome. Well, I'm looking forward to it. I know there's a lot of people that are out there looking forward to it.
I can't wait. I think it's going to be awesome. Get a good like 2-3 month training block in, and then go out there and represent the Beaver Dam RTC. It's going to be awesome.
All right. Well, I appreciate your time. Good luck to you here. Good luck to you personally, representing USA. You know, you got a lot of fans out there that you don't even know about. So keep up the good work, and we're looking forward to more things to come from it.
Thanks very much.